Welcome back, everyone. So we're on part 20. Part 20. So we've just got into winter, which, as I said in the previous part, I do believe that's the sort of implied midway point. Obviously, there's 4 seasons, so we've done summer through to autumn. Now we're in winter. So I assume we're in like the sort of midway point of the main story. We're going to attend our beasts class, and then I received an owl from Sebastian saying he wanted to speak to me in the Undercroft, so we're going to go and explore that as well.
There's so much we don't know about beasts. So much.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to learn your...
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now,
Awesome.
let us put it into practice, shall we?
So we've just got Bombarda.
Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
It's used a couple of times in the films, so that's interesting. On the pumpkins.
Expelliarmus!
No, that's wrong.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
Okay, so I like that one a lot. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I have a piece of clothing that, yes, increases damage. So yeah, we're going to keep that on instead of Confringo, because it's kind of... I suppose it's kind of like... it's kind of like a more improved version, which... So... Or we could go with both. That'd be quite cool. But I do think I'll have a purple one on there just so I've got one of all of them. Because those enemies can be a bit tricky. Because some of them, when they do the Protego spell, they come up with the purple, red or yellow. So it's always good to have at least one of each on hand. So I'm going to go with Descendo. It's quite a powerful spell. So, as I said, we have a conversation with Sebastian. Now, these are always very interesting. Last time we saw Sebastian, we actually learned the Cruciatus curse, which is very useful. It's not very moral, but it's very useful.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu.
So let's go to the Undercroft. I think we could have fast traveled. I just couldn't see it on the map. So let's see what he's got to say.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it. because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own
Oh,
good.
you...
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
good. You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
Oh, dear. So, Ominous is a sneaky guy.
Let's go.
He always manages to find out what's going on. I thought I was helping him by not involving him because I know how much it upsets him. So I wasn't trying to exclude him. I didn't want to upset him, but he found out anyway. So now it makes me and Sebastian look like really awful people. But
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
see, I like that they're kind of pulling us in two different directions here because I do want to help Sebastian. I get where Ominous is coming from, and I don't want to keep leaving him out and upsetting him, but I don't know. We'll have to wait to hear from him, and obviously more will unfold once we hear back from Sebastian. So we need to go and meet Poppy, so we'll go do that now. There isn't really anything else interesting to do, so we will focus on the main story. Although while we're here, I might grab this Merlin trial. I've been doing some of them in my sort of collectible grinding, but I do want you guys to see some of them, so let's hop on our Thestral.
There you are.
I think that must look really strange to people who can't see them.
A storybook. Oh, here's a pleasant surprise.
You gonna land? There we go. Okay, so let's see what this one needs us to do. Some of them are quite easy, and then some of them are quite time consuming. So do I just need to run the gauntlet? Okay. Let me try that again. Okay, so I'm not sure how far this is.
Revelio.
Yeah, so I think I just have to touch them all.
These murder trials won't get the best of me.
I'm pretty sure I did that. I don't know why. I'm not sure why it didn't trigger. I'm pretty sure I did that, but oh well. So I've been flying about on the Thestral, and I don't know if it's just. I don't know if it's a placebo effect, but it doesn't feel as nice as the hippogriffs. It doesn't feel as fluid. So we'll give Highwing some love.
Highwing, go!
I like flying Highwing because they actually, like, my character actually uses her name, which is quite cool. Although the black hippogriff might look really good against the snow now that we're in winter.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Yeah, she's fine. I just rode her here.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Hauntow Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
So I believe this is the quest that was given to some of the content creators that were invited out to play the game early, I think about a month early. Or a few weeks earlier. This is the quest that they were given.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
So we may have seen this before, but it is a great quest, so I'm looking forward to
An
it.
entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Yeah, centaurs are not to be messed with. Not to be messed with at all, so it's good that they're not volatile.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
So the Felix Felicis potions lasting a very long time.
That's the third time I've seen a Dugbog behave that violently.
Revelio. It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
Yeah, so it said, the Felix Felicis says it takes one in-game day.
Odd.
What is it?
And it's still active.
But look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
So you can see that sort of gold glow around my mini-map.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
That's sort of to indicate that it's still active, and it's been on for a long time. So it's definitely worth having, definitely worth using if you're trying to collect gear and treasure and gold and such.
Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. This is goblin metal. It seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
I think there's a lot of enemies here. We're going to try and do it stealthily, but I am notoriously bad at it, so...
Or it can feed you. I prefer the latter. I heard something.
No, you didn't. I mean, he's got to be dead, right? Oh dear.
You can't keep your eyes off a pretty lass, you can't. Quit a flick of a frock and you fall to pieces.
So we're going to try and sneak up on this guy. Hopefully we don't get spotted.
Troll you are.
Okay, we've got one more. Hopefully he doesn't see us. Perfect.
Merlin, you think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself? What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
So for those of you that didn't see this in the sort of preview videos and things like that, I won't spoil for what's about to happen, but it's pretty insane.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Okay, so we've been told not to get spotted, so maybe... Yeah, maybe we have to sort of try and be stealthy here.
Someone over there.
So I am going to try...
Don't know what Victor was thinking, stroking about.
but as we know, I'm not very good. But I am going to try. Okay, yeah, so we do need to go down this way. But yeah, the dragons are insane. They look incredible. They sound fierce. So hopefully we don't have to fight one.
Will they join us?
They say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me. This is where you will fail.
I'm so bad. Like, why am I so bad at this stealth? It's so annoying. I like how Poppy, even though she's like so pure and so innocent and so like caring, and she just goes, I see somebody's not scared of using the dark arts. So it's it's like, you should definitely be more shocked. You should definitely be more shocked, but maybe the dark arts paranoia thing is just, you know, a thing in the film era. Maybe back in these days it's not that big of a deal.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
Oh.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite a fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her, shall we?
Let's even the odds. Help a dragon out.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Okay, so we're following in Hagrid's footsteps here. We're going to get ourselves a dragon egg. So the Alohomora thing is a lot easier than it makes out. So if you can see that there's what, 8 slots, it will always be in one of those 8. So once you sort of see it tick like that, you can pretty much get it. It's very easy. And it doesn't change depending on the level.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! Ramrock will want his dragon intact!
How does that feel? Lovely job. Okay. There's more.
You're the one we're looking for, and you're afraid.
You made a mistake. Shall we finish what we started? The lab returns to the What have you done?
So obviously, the combat's so much easier when there's less enemies, but I think that sort of goes without saying. Oh no!
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Dracarys.
Incendio!
This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
So that was really cool. Horntail Hall. We leveled up as well, which is always great. So, we are going to go back to Hogwarts. We'll wait until the actual quest comes up. But I think that egg's going to go to the Room of Requirement.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Okay, so we've got a new spell. We're learning a lot of spells. Oh, can't go there apparently. So I think is that all we have? Is that so it isn't a main quest. But it is something that we can do. So collect the field guide in the underground harbour and collect the field guide from the book on intermediate transfiguration in the library. Okay. Yeah, so at least it's actually telling us where we should be going. So I actually do have all the flues at the castle now at Hogwarts. So we can just sort of zip over there, grab these pages quickly, and then go learn a new spell, which is always great. So if we hop on our broom, I do think it's like sort of behind the castle here. Yeah. Do I have to swim in? Okay. So there's not a great deal of swimming in this game, but it is cool that we can do it. And there is a chest in here, which is useful.
So this is the underground harbour. Revelio.
Oh. I had no idea it was right in front of me. We have a ghost here. Sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. And then we need to go to the library, I believe. We do have another Summoner's Court match 3. We may go and tackle that as well if we have time. And we have another side quest, which probably isn't going to be that interesting. So let's head to the library. We'll grab this. We'll grab our new spell. And then if we have time, we might go and play some Summoner's Court as well. Because you know, a lot of these quests are quite stressful. It'd be nice if we could do some fun stuff. I love these two ghosts. If you come to the library at night, you do occasionally find these two ghosts just dancing, which I think is really nice. What was that?
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
Yes.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Let's go.
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
Okay, so let's see how much I actually know about the wizarding world.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid. Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Okay, so this is going to expose me. It's definitely one of these two, but I think it's that one.
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Easy. We are on it now. We are under the influence of it right now.
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
Oh, well, if you don't know this one, then why are we here?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Easy.
The quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
So, I feel like it's a trick question, but we did see Hermione turn into a cat, so I'm going to go with true.
True.
Actually, the answer is false.
Ah,
While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
yeah. Look, well, let's do some more. I like this.
I'd like to answer more questions.
Hermione tripped me up there.
What body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
So that's Hermione's fault because she did turn it, but she didn't turn into a cat, did she? She turned into like a sort of hybrid, which is that's so annoying. So which governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic? I'm going to say the Order of Merlin.
The Order of Merlin.
No. That's incorrect. The answer was the Wizards' Council. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
The smallest? So, I've read the books. I've read Fantastic Beasts. So I have read up on quite a few of the dragons. But I'm really not sure. I think the Iron Belly's quite big. I don't remember that one.
The Peruvian Viper Tooth.
Brilliant!
Ah, there we go.
Though the Viper Tooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Ooh. That one I'm not sure of. So Quincy Hogg sounds, but then it's Hogsmeade, so I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Quincy Hogg.
No.
Oh.
The answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the 3 Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
So, I am not a fountain of knowledge on the wizarding world. I know a lot, but clearly I don't know everything. So the hide behind is, I know it's some kind of like shapeshifter, so I want to say demiguise, but I've been wrong This might be a 3 for 3 on wrong answers, but...
A demiguise.
Yes!
Ah, yeah, there we
While
go.
the Hidebind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a lethifold?
A lethifold? It's not a Patronus. I'm going to say knockback.
The knockback, Jinx.
Actually,
Oh, it is a Patronus.
the only known survivor of a lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
These questions are really hard. This is for the diehards. This is for the PhD Potter fans. I need to read the series again. I need to go back. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration? Gamp. Why not?
Gamp.
That's it.
Yeah.
One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Oh, I do know this one.
Never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Correct. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
Oh. Could it be a basilisk? Or an ashwinder? I know they're both snakes.
The Ashwinder.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the rune's paw.
Okay.
According to Parselmouths, each of the rune's paw's 3 heads serves a different function.
Of
The
course.
left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny's School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
I know this one. This is... Well, I know it's in America, so I think it's that one.
Well done! The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Okay, so I didn't know she was going to ask me this many questions, but...
Amatentia.
That's the answer. Amatentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive. Such as dusty book covers, or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Okay, so we'll leave it for now.
I don't have time for another quiz at the moment.
That's fine. Come and find me if you'd like to try later.
That's cool, though. I will go back. I will go back to her.
For you.
Revelio ought to make a quick look at this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
I will go and talk to her because I think there is like a chest there. So I think maybe we do get something for answering those questions. Yeah, maybe we get something for getting them all right, or maybe we just have to entertain her. I don't know, but yeah, that was a lot of questions. I wasn't expecting that many. She asked me like 3, and then then suddenly it was a lot more. So we do it needs to be daytime, so we're gonna push the time forward. Did that work? It didn't.
My mother would like to speak with me.
There we go.
I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
So I don't know how useful this spell's going to be, but it's interesting.
Beautifully done.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
So, yeah, I think we've learned all the spells, which is incredible. That's amazing. So we've learned all the spells apart from the 2 unforgivables, which, that's amazing, but it's also it's a little bit bittersweet because I feel like, I don't know if that's going to be the end of the lessons, but it's definitely the end of learning spells, which is a shame, but let's speak to Professor Weasley.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I was, intrigued by stories of a giant squid and wanted to learn more. I encountered Scrope, who seemed delighted to share what he knew.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Amazing. So I wonder if we actually have to take the exams. Okay, so I can see how that could be useful. I can't remember which one I had now. I think it was this one. Oh yeah, I can see how that'd be useful, especially in combat, if you can turn things into other things.
Something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Okay, so...
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
So I think that's all the owls. So we just received quite a lot. So I don't know, you may have missed it, but as we were going into the lesson, we did receive something from Natty. So we need to go and have that conversation there. Poppy also wants to speak to us. And then we have a main story quest with Lodgok, who I still don't trust. Like, he just said, oh, it didn't work, but I think he's in on it. I don't think he can be trusted. And then also, we have a main story quest with Sebastian. So we're definitely going to look at that as well. Again, these side quests, I'll probably tackle those on my own because they're just not very important. They're fun. They're good little they're fun things and to talk to people and things like that, but they don't really add anything. They are just sort of XP grinds. So I will look into those, but they're not important at all. So yeah, so next time we've got a couple of conversations, we've got a couple of main missions, quests. So yeah, that's what we're going to look into. But we will call it a day for now. And thank you once again for joining me. It's been great. It's been so much fun doing this journey. And I appreciate every single one of you that comes and watches the videos. So if you are enjoying it, and you could drop me a like and subscribe, and please comment if you're enjoying it, and I'd really appreciate that. So thank you once again so much. I can't express how grateful I am. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.